Hello and welcome back to another episode of Templar Battleforce. Today's episode, Righteous Fallen Patrol Orbit, which could be dangerous, possibly exciting, and maybe even a little bit interesting. Alright, now I've leveled everybody up, except for our captain. So we're going to jump in here and level the captain up. We've got 1 point for attributes and 1 point for skills. We're going to increase gunnery and what I wanted to do here is go for some more hit points, and we're going to train the grenades, and I've only got 1 point for equipment, and I don't think there's anything I can really do here. My next level up for armor is the 5th, and I'm only at 3rd. Means 2 points. I've only got 1 point to spend. Plasma sidearm. Alright, we can upgrade our sidearm. So right now I'm using just the plasma pistol. We can do the heavy plasma sidearm. I don't want to give him a shield. I don't want him to be completely melee except for the grenades, so what's these two here? Oh, lots more damage. So we're going to upgrade to the heavy plasma sidearm, and I believe we are ready to deploy. Let us proceed. Alright, there's Mortem. We are on our ship, so I'm going to go visit this guy. I haven't talked to him yet. Well met, Mortem. I've heard much of your exploits in the battle on the lower decks of the Righteous Fallen. Major Luthor made a sage decision promoting you on the field of the battle. You have earned it, and more. I am Nira Raidan, Paladin Templar. Alright, we have five decisions here. Paladins are considered the historians of the Templars. Tell me more about the Templar lineages. The Factionites are looking to Templars for reassurance. What will happen to Chief Scientist Mariel Thrall? Is it possible that the Thrall is mistaken? Alright. Paladins are considered the historians of the Templars. Many say that, but each Templar carries a history of the Order in our lineages. And although we may not have any on this strike cruiser, there are Templar historians. Not every Templar is a Leviathan pilot. Sergeant Kathos is also a Templar. Yes, every member of the Templar Order shares the Zendu bloodline. You and I, we are warriors. Our lineages gift us with millions of hours of combat training. Most importantly, we gain the knowledge and muscle memory to be able to pilot a Leviathan battle mech in war. Without this knowledge, these things would be impossible to use in battle. But for a Templar like Kathos, his lineage has granted him millions of hours of working with communications equipment, reading sensor scans, and helping to coordinate battle operations. Each Zendu, from an engineer to a mechanic, hails from a bloodline that prepares them for their role in the Order. Alright, let's see. I'm going to find out what's going on with the scientist here. What will happen to Chief Scientist Mariel Thrall? For the time being, Mariel will stay here on the Righteous Fallen with us. She and the others have been thoroughly traumatized by the entire set of events. When they have recovered, we will help them reintegrate into the new Moklumnu society if they wish. For survivors of such a disaster, we will offer them a safe place here among the Templars if they wish it. What have you learned from Officer Thrall's report? The report is concerning. From the Ferrari, Mariel was able to detect very odd set of signals in space. What does it mean? It is possible that it is a new form of radiation, or possibly xenoactivity on the channels that we have never observed before. Alright. Alright, is there any word of other Templar ships nearby? What assignments do you have for my battle force, Major? Are the factions building new spacing vessels yet? We must rely on the Star Traders to explore the nearby space for threats. So, before I choose a mission, who's this Yehu over here? Who are you? With so few Templars, who is helping secure the faction colonies? What news from the faction colonies? What are the colonists doing? Are independent colonies forming? Has the news from Galantia Cross spread? Civilian. Alright, let's get a mission. Get on with this thing. Alright, what assignments do you have for my battle force, Major? The news of the Xeno invasion of Galantia Cross has caused a great stir throughout the quadrant. My apologies. Major? Invasion? You must understand how the other colonies regard the event, Captain. Xenospore pods touched down on the world and entire cities were wiped out. It was an invasion. Yes, sir. The trouble has been especially bad on Rychart Prime. There have been violent riots, and some sectors of cities fell into martial law for some time. Prince Alexander Rychart has requested that we send a squad of Templars planetside to quell the unrest and rebuild the sense of security. Yeah, boy. Alright. What more can you tell me about the patrol duty on Rychart Prime? Both Prince Alexander and Prince Tarkeen have requested Templar presence on Rychart Prime. We will send 2 squads to the world's surface and put you on parade. You'll be seen in the major cities and in the largest population centers. Do not underestimate the power of the Leviathan battlesuit. The Rychart citizens need to be reminded that we fight for their safety and that we will meet the Xeno with fire and steel. And my squad has been selected because you were the victors on Galantia Cross. You broke the invasion, Templar. Yes, it is a political move, but a much needed one. While you are there, Templar, I need you to be aware of a dangerous claim that Prince Alexander has voiced. He has claimed that the rioting on Rychart Prime, which was the most violent in the quadrant, was fueled by Moklumnu spies and money. The Moklumnu would not. There is a festering feud over the ownership of Rychart Prime. Our sources warn that Prince Damien of Moklumnu may start a duel of assassins with Rychart in an attempt to claim ownership of the planet. This is madness. We must build our new home together, not ritually kill each other's leaders. The factions have their way, and the laws were laid down by Shaylun himself. Hopefully it will not come to that, but you must be on the lookout. If the rumor that Moklumnu had a hand in it is true, we must know. Alright, let's deploy to Rychart Prime to reassure the populace. Excellent. The Rychart princes will be pleased. I am also attaching the paladin Nero Redon to your unit. Redon. Okay. She is an inspirational leader. Her presence and words will remind the citizens of Rychart Prime of the protection of the Templars and the laws of Shaylun. Rychart Prime. Ruled by Prince Alexander of the Rychart Syndicate. This will not be an easy duty. It weighs heavily on my shoulders and those of my squad. We all know that there is great need in the quadrant. But to placate the Rychart princes, we have been stationed here. Somewhere safe. Yeah, right. Well, we're going to have a paladin with us. We all look forward to the end of this and a return to active duty. Yeah, I'll bet. This is not going to end as boring as he thinks it is. All right. Rychart Prime, patrol route. Well, we're going to have a paladin with us, if I can pronounce her name correctly. All right. This is one of the neighborhood sectors that was engulfed in fighting during the riots. The battle damage is obvious. The rebels were well armed, as the prince warned. It isn't the ghost town it resembles, Captain. The residents are hiding in their homes. You can see where they were carrying hex shell rifles. Access to such weaponry is restricted on faction worlds. There are signs of explosives and rockets. Where did they get their weaponry? Is it possible that Moklumnu would be as foolish as the prince has claimed? They were armed by someone. Templars, we know our duty here. News of the Xeno assault on Galantia Cross has shaken the Newfoundland colonies to their core. Unrest and fear has driven our people to rioting and looting. But what they want is security and peace. We have come to remind them of the strong arm of the Templar Knights. We are one of 2 squads sent down to Rychart Prime to make our presence known. For the next few weeks, we'll be on patrol. Captain, we have a group of faction citizens approaching. Excellent. Our presence is already reassuring them. Oh boy. Oh look, they look armed. We knew you would come. We were told you were come. Told? By who? You Templars, the rabid dog of the false princes. When you die on this day, it will be a sign to all our people that their rule has ended. No, wait. Citizen, your brain isn't working right. Put the weapon down. He is carrying a rocket launcher. A weapon like that could punch through even a Leviathan's armor. For generations, our people have carried our secret destiny, carried it through the great exodus. Now it is time to ascend to our rightful place. Shelgaroth will be the prince of our new world. What nonsense is he spewing? We will call them and they will come. Do not make me take your little toy away from you, citizen. You're coming with us. We have some questions for you and your two friends. No! Oh my God. By the wrath of Shaylun. Let your death be an example for others who would follow. Oh God. The blood has been shed. The prophecy has started. Kill the Templars. Oh boy. Captain, they're all around us. It's a damned ambush. They were waiting for us. They knew we'd patrol through here at this very crossroad. By the Fury, they're carrying hex shell rifles, light plasmas, and flamers. They've been planning this, Templars. This is no riot. This is no mistake. Whoever this Shelgaroth is, we must crush this ambush. We have no choice. These mad cultists will fight to the death. Humans with hex shell rifles pose only a minor threat, but if they surround one of us alone, they could bring a Leviathan mech down. The cultists with light plasma rifles and flamethrowers are more of a threat, and anyone carrying a rocket launcher could be deadly. Let's see what's going on here. Nira, we're going to go with Redon. Nira Redon, what does this paladin have? Warding fire. Inspiration. Max 4 targets. Okay, that's a buff. What's this? Oh, look. Battlefield medic. Awesome. And a deadly melee attack. What is going on here? Who do we have with us? Roll call. We have our captain, Mortem. Got Riley, soldier, Dalon, soldier, Idris, the scout. So we're going to group up here and all right. Let's group up. The rocket launcher is gone. Let's kill these tiny little humans. Okay. We have a 5 Templar cap, and we have our 5 Templars. And looks like there's some closed doors here. Let's zoom in. Cultist, level 10 human, 24 hit points. He's got 5 movement points, 4 armor. Carrying a rifle weapon causes up to 40 damage. And same with that rifle weapon. Alright, let's take these guys down. You're not in range though. Okay. Kill enough of the ambushing force of cultist rebels to break their spirit. They cannot stop the Templar Order. That is our objective. You know what? What's going on here? See, buff. Plus 15 heat. Max 4 targets. Let's turn this buff on. I'm curious to see how that works. And we're going to continue. Just going to... Oh, wait. I didn't see that. There's a guy there. Wow. We are surrounded. Warding fire. Uses 2 action points and plus 30 heat. I'd like to try that. I want to see. Oh, unable to lock onto valid target. What is that? Is that another buff? Auto block 10% plus 2 days. Sorry, I'm all this is seeing this for the first time, so okay, so there we go. That was a buff. All right. And let's do our standard thing here. I'm going to take 1 shot and then we'll Overwatch. Wow, these guys. Okay. Watch there. Where's Riley? Riley has grenades. And Mortem's captain's got grenades. Good to know. Do a little bit of an overlap there. All right. Mortem. Shot. I don't know how many of these guys I'm supposed to kill. Uh-oh. What the heck is that? We have somebody with a flamer. All right. I'm going to move. What's happening over here? I'm going to move Dalon out of that little fire patch. What is that? Oh, I didn't mean to do that, actually. I didn't want to lose my Overwatch. Where's our scout? I would like to see what's going on around here. What's my range? Okay, let's take a peek up here. Alright, we've got 2 humans coming in from the north. There's 1 to the southwest. Is he in range of anyone? Yeah. And I'm going to take my Overwatch up here. So the paladin has buffs, melee, and can heal. Naira. 163 hit points. Tough. 161. Just taking a look at 140. 149, and our scout is at 120. All right. We're okay. We're okay for now. We have one from the east, 1 directly north, and 1 way up north. Stand and fight. What's my range? Yeah. Okay. Did I increase your range? Not yet. Alright, Overwatch down here. Darn humans. Go back to your homes. Stop being cultists. Okay, they're swarming now. They're like little fire ants. Okay. They're just everywhere. They're so cute. Wow, long range. Okay. Yeah, we will. Because I got to keep an eye on and see who's got flamers and who's got rocket launchers. Could be an issue. Down here. All right, we have a room with power in it. You know, I could get out of this open area right here. They've got some cover here. What's everybody's move? We're still gonna move. All right, let's do this. Nope, we'll wait. Idris is Scouts only got 2 more movement points, so next turn we're going to move, get out of this open area and go right here. We've got a little ravine here, and this is going to help keep our backs covered. Hopefully they're, if we see a rocket launcher, we should be able to deal with it at that point, but we've got some wire and we've got an area that's going to give us a cover bonus. But like I said, we'll wait until next turn. Some Overwatch on, and nope. All right, Overwatch right here. Oh, hello. Wow, you're fast. Everyone move. So sorry, those little sound effects when they get hit. Awesome. Okay. All right, my plan is to skirt around this area, get behind this wire. Where's my scout? I want to take a look at what's in this room. Some kind of power source and some storage. Maybe supplies. Okay, you are... I have 1 action point left. And we'll Overwatch right there. And your Overwatch is on. Okay, good. All right. I don't think... Let's just end it right here. Oh, getting swarmed from the north. Oh, the ambushers have been defeated. They're dead, surrounded, or fleeing. Templars, take what prisoners you can. We'll need to ask these men and women some questions. Hear those sirens? The Rychart military is on their way. By Shaylun, who armed them? They were trained to use the weapons, military weaponry. This is far deeper than it appears. I can feel it. When people turn against their own. Form up, Templars. Our 2 weeks of patrol have been cut short. We're going to have other duties now. Short and sweet. We had 4 veterans with our new addition for this mission, which was the Paladin. 7 turns. Our goal was 6, so no bonus. 26 kills for a 5% bonus. 0 secondaries. 84 experience. 84 requisition on normal difficulty for the Rychart Prime patrol route mission. All right. Excellent. Nice short mission. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And thank you for sticking with me throughout this Let's Play. We're going to continue on. And everybody take care. Thanks again.